on the phone with us. How you doing today, brother?
Oh, another day in paradise.
We are kind of getting to a point where some restrictions are being lifted. The possibility of maybe your favorite restaurant or alcoholic establishment opening up this weekend. Do you have plans on going out? What's Baggedmilk thinking?
It's tough, right? It's like, as somebody, I love patio season. So the idea of going and sitting on a patio and having a beer just seems great. Personally, I won't be going to any establishments this weekend. I'm hoping, my sister's got a cabin at Alberta Beach. Nobody's going to be there, so I'm going to take off to the lake for the weekend. But yeah, I can't see myself really necessarily going to a bar or restaurant anytime in the short order.
Yeah, I think you're not alone. I think that's the majority of people.
Well, for me, it seems like, okay, they're going to reopen a little bit and we're going to see how it goes. I would weigh on the side of caution, whereas I'll wait. I'll wait another month and see how this goes. And maybe once things settle down at the end of June, then you'll see me appearing on patios. But until then, I'm stuck in my house.
Yeah, you feel bad, too, because you want to go out and support places, but at the same time, you want to be smart. And
we did have a text from somebody earlier that was talking about the fact that it wouldn't be the same experience, right? Like, if somebody came to the table with a face mask on, it would ruin it for them. And I kind of understand where they're going. We also talked about maybe trying not to judge people being forced to wear masks in public places, but
Well, it's hilarious, right? Like, even the thing that's going on with Costco, where they said, like, you have to wear a mask to come in, and people are getting really angry about it. It's interesting to see both sides of the ledger in this sense. Are you being overly cautious?
New? Is that new in Costco? I didn't know that.
That was happening in the States a little bit. I don't know if it's happening here, to be honest. When I heard that there are lineups of hours to get into Costco, that wipes it out for me. Like, I don't wait hours to get into anything. So the idea of going to buy 3 gallons of mustard and having to wait there for 2 hours to get it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, unless I got guest list, I'm not waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me some Costco.
What about you guys, though? Are you going out this weekend? Like, if things are open, like, you're patio boys?
We are definitely patio boy. And then the other thing is because we're such huge celebrities. I tried to say that without a chuckle. There have been a couple of people that have invited us out. Now, I have a feeling that either tomorrow or Friday, after the show, we may go hit someplace and have a drink.
Do you like an early afternoon beer on a patio when it's not busy, that sort of thing?
Yeah, get some sun and be nice.
Yeah.
That's what this time of year is all about. It's just kind of like, what a weird time to be alive.
Oh, my God.
Instead of talking about, okay, let's meet up at X, Y, or Z, we're talking about, well, maybe do I bring my mask to the bar? I don't know what's happening.
We should be discussing where we're going to watch the Oilers playoffs tonight.
Oh, Jesus,
we should be like, oh, man, White's going to be packed tonight, but no.
We have some good news in that department, in that Bettman said yesterday in a press conference, what, Baggedmilk?
He said that cancellation is not really an option for them. He says that's the easy way out, and it would kind of, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, but it would negate all the hard work they're doing to plan for an eventual return. Yeah. And basically he's saying with the way certain cities and states are opening up slowly, that they feel they're going to keep working on the plan, and hopefully they can finish off the 2019-2020 season. So we'll see what happens. I'm still hopeful. I love the idea of sitting on a patio watching some playoff hockey in the summer. I think that'd be fun. It'd be weird, but it'd be fun.
And then he threw in there that like the next season would be delayed till December too, right? Like it would be there was something about that.
So they're going to have to shuffle it. The whole thing's going to be weird. They still want to hold the draft before the end of the season. They want to limit a very small off season in terms of signing new players. So it's going to be really weird. The next few months are going to be strange to watch, but at the same time, it's going to be interesting to watch. And for somebody who writes about sports for a living, any kind of news is a little bit exciting. So we'll see what happens.
The interesting thing for me, Baggedmilk, is that the conversation about the hub city thing isn't going away. Like there was a story I saw yesterday about Vancouver, applying and having conversations about being a hub city. The Edmonton conversation continues where they're actually talking with, the health officials about how to make that happen and testing players and things to that effect. So I thought that somebody would step in and say, no, we're not doing that. But that hasn't happened. So maybe, I think that would be, I don't know why I'm so drawn to the idea of all the players going to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 cities and finishing off the season and then starting the playoffs.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. We'll have to see what happens. Edmonton has done overall, generally speaking, a very good job of kind of limiting the spread of this thing. So it makes sense with how we've done in terms of locking it down and the overall infrastructure of our arenas plus hotels and blah, blah, blah. It makes sense that Edmonton would be in the mix. Also, it would be exciting for some local businesses to have that influx of NHL cash come into the local economy because all these guys would need to eat. There'd be restaurants having to supply food and all that kind of stuff. So it would be, there's a lot of good things to like about it. However, from a player perspective, I do wonder how big of an appetite some of these guys would have to leave their families behind for 1 or 2 or 3 months or whatever it is. For the young single guys, maybe it's not so much of a big deal, but the guys that are a little bit older with some families, and I can see that being tough. But again, this is a story that's not going away. We've been talking about, even on this weekly hit I do with you guys, we've been talking about this for a month now. So now that we passed the 2-month mark yesterday, it's kind of like a hurry up and wait. And the more things are the same, the more they're different, and we'll just have to see how it goes. Just want to give you just a taste of another perspective. If I was given an opportunity to leave my family behind, I would hate it.
You would hate to go to a hotel and downtown.
Just hang out with your buddies for a couple of months and just,
eat some good food.
Beautiful women in my house.
Watch whatever you want on TV.
I love my family. I love my family. I love my family. Yeah. I don't know if that's a consideration, Baggedmilk. I don't know either. I mean, we've talked about this before. There are people right now listening to this that are locked in their houses with somebody they hate, and all they are hoping for is things to open up so they can get out of there. Yeah, that and a Tinder match. Okay, Baggedmilk, thank you for your time today, bud. We'll chat again next. Have a good long weekend. We'll chat again next week. You too.